Hi, I'm Chef Leander, and this is Small Kitchen Big Taste. Today we're going to make a big taste in a big recipe. And so you'll want to find other ways of using it. You can use it as a topper on a salad. You can use it in a burrito. Or if you like, you can put it in a freezer, put it in super cubes. So let's get started. The pan is hot, and I've been trying to figure out a way to measure without getting out my measuring spoons. Took a tip from a friend who's a bartender. So it works like this. Every tablespoon. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. That's exactly 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. Now we're going to throw in the aromatics, the onion, and the green pepper. Just like that. So we're going to let this simmer for a bit. What we're looking for is for the onions to be translucent and for the green peppers to wilt. We've got these aromatics, nice and tender. We've pulled some flavor out of them. You can see the fond on the bottom of the pan. We're going to take care of that in a minute. First, we're going to give it some real depth of flavor. We've got garlic and tomato paste, and we have some cumin and chili pepper, and we're just going to let all of that kind of brown up here. The tomato is cooking on the bottom of the pan, and so it's letting out some of the sweetness of the tomatoes. And we're just going to keep doing this for a couple minutes until we get a real fragrance off the pan. This is fond on the bottom of the pan. It's called fond, and basically what that means is that's the really best stuff in the pan. That is where all the flavor goes as it caramelizes and turns into sugar. So, really nice. I'm going to add some water here. Watch what happens. I put the water on the hot pan. It bubbles, steams, and then if I'm using my wooden spatula, it just comes right off the bottom and it becomes the yummy part of that sauce. This is chipotle. This is a very warm spice ingredient. It is actually chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. So it's got that kick of the roasted jalapeno. Then we have the rest of the casserole. We've got a can of fire roasted tomatoes. We have rice that was cooked ahead of time and asparagus that is fresh out of the grocery. We have black beans that we made earlier in the Instapot at a quarter of the price. Here is some good medium or hot salsa, whichever you prefer. 12-ounce bag of yellow corn. One more thing. A little bit of apple cider vinegar. You can actually use whatever vinegar you have in the house. When I first tasted this, I thought, what's missing in this recipe? And I thought, this would taste really good with ketchup in it. But usually when I'm craving ketchup, what I'm craving is the acidic bite of the vinegar in the ketchup. So I just skip the sugar and put the vinegar in. So let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, that's got some kick to it. And I love the balance of flavors. All right, so we're going to let this cook for about another 10 minutes here. And in the meantime, we're going to clear the desk and come back and show you how to plate this up. All right, we'll be right back. So we've made the base of our Tex-Mex casserole. So now we're going to put this meal together. The base is in great shape. You've cooked it for maybe 20 more minutes just to get everything hot and let all the flavors meld. And now we're going to put it hot on the serving plates, like this. And I have figured that about a cup of the mix is a serving. So we'll put a serving on each plate. And then we're going to top it with polenta. If you're not familiar with it, polenta is corn meal. In the South, it's called grits. Look at the link in the description and it will take you right to the exact polenta that I use. And I've been using it for about 6 years now and I really like it. Polenta is super easy to cook. Here is the polenta itself, and you can see it's just a very fine, almost as fine as Himalayan salt. And once you start putting it in the water, you want to stay with it and stir it all the way through. Otherwise it'll get lumpy as you put the cornmeal in. And so now you see we've got this starting to cook. It won't take long for that cornmeal to soak up the water. That's starting to pop all over the place, so I'm turning the heat down, and we're going to let that be. While that's going on, we're going to just finish this off. I've got about a half a stick of butter here. Yours will vary depending on how many servings you're making. But that butter is going into the polenta, and while I'm stirring the butter in, I'm going to stir in lime juice. All of the juice I can muster out of one lime. There's the other half. I'm going to put the polenta on the dinner. This is just like having the corn wrapping just inside the corn leaf on a tamale. And that's it. There is the polenta to complete the casserole. And we'll add some cilantro confetti and we'll also add just a little bit of Trader Joe's Tajin, lime and chili pepper. And there you have it. Tex-Mex casserole. I'm Chef Leander, to your health.